Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Chin Up Show. This is episode 1. So we're all pretty nervous here at the makeshift studio at the Legacy. And you can see we have a really beautiful background here at the Legacy. And we're actually filming from what we call the Blue Rooms. And if we had a camera to go around, you would probably see a mezzanine floor filled with toys, educational toys for children, especially children with special needs. Maybe later on this show, we will interview the manager who has just joined us a couple of months ago. Her name is Megan, and I'll interview her a little bit about where she came from and what her passion is as she took up this role to manage the Blue Rooms. All right, it's all still very new. The team just set up this morning. The cameras are on. We are expecting a little bit of, what do you call it? Challenges here and there. But this is the show. This is going to be a show that's raw, that's natural, that's fun, and also hopefully also inspiring and filled with hope and encouragement. So our hope in this show and for this show is that we could download and upload things from the Lord, things that will really inspire and build us up. And when you are done watching the hour, that you will go away feeling great, feeling like you could really overcome whatever challenges you go through, that you could dream and that you could do great things for God and for your fellow man. All right. So today, what I want to do as episode 1 is to interview behind the scenes my team. Okay, I'm not sure whether I can interview all of them, but I'll give them all about 3 to 5 minutes. First of all, my producer, Pastor Elvin. He's the one who has been dreaming together with me. He's always been there. As many years as I can remember, supporting whatever God puts on my heart, especially when it comes to media. And so, Elvin, are you there?
Yeah, here, Pastor.
All right, cool. Elvin, thank you so much for helping me to set this up. And I really appreciate you and appreciate the gift that God has given to you. So tell us a little bit about yourself, first of all.
Wow, okay. I'm from Klang.
Okay.
Klang boy. Born in PJ, actually.
Yep.
And I'm a father of 2 handsome, strapping young boys.
Yeah, nice.
And husband of 1. My wife sometimes reminds me that. Now I work full-time with AYA, one of the best non-profit organizations ever, an ex-church. And currently my role is head of media. And I also am looking into our special needs society.
Yes, that's right.
Timmy, and also helping out with like different things here and there. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. Okay,
so it's media for sure, and everybody knows that. But tell us a little bit, maybe in the next 1-2 minutes, if you can summarize it, Timmy, and where we are at right now. I just told the people that we have set up a toy library for the sake of children with special needs, but maybe you can just add on to that.
Okay, so Timmy is our special needs arm with AYNX, and right now, graciously, we have the Legacy Studios, or more like the Blue Rooms at the Legacy Studios, where it's a space where we are calling it a toy library and also a parent resource center,
right,
where we want to support parents with children with special needs, families with special needs. The goal of Timmy is to help individuals with special needs thrive. Yeah, that's our key thing. Yeah. True to Acts also saying helping people believe. We also want to help people to believe that the world might see it as a special needs disability, but we see it a little bit differently. And right now we are planning for next year actually, 2024, planning for our conference. In terms of the space that we have here, right, the toy library is about 30% there. We're actually still raising funds for this place because we still need to sort out a few things, get a few things. We are very open to work with different ones as well. Therapists, play therapists who'll be willing to want to work with us.
Okay.
So that we can provide this space for them.
Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you. We'll probably hear a little bit more from Megan later. But I want to pass the mic over to Alex Martin because, as you heard, and it was my first time hearing it as well, the intro music was done by Alex Martin. Alex, are you there?
Yes, Pastor.
Hey, Alex, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
Fantastic. Hey, the music was really good.
Thank you, Pastor.
And so tell us a little bit about it, your inspiration, how long you took to put it together, etc.
Well, I didn't graduate from any music school or whatsoever.
Wow, even better.
Everything I learned from Google and YouTube. So what I did was I did a bit of research on most of the talk show, and I just asked Google, who's the number one talk show host?
Oh,
So
okay.
Steve Harvey came up.
Oh, really?
So then I checked out all his jingles for his shows. Then I realized, okay, this will be something that's very good that will capture
nice.
audience, not just in Malaysia, but I'm hoping that it will go far and wide. So I
Nice.
decided to do something funky like that.
Yeah, I like that you said that because I actually like Steve Harvey. And when I and Elvin sit down to discuss a show like this that we're doing now, we often point to Steve Harvey and how he inspires people through his shows. And so I'm so glad that you said that. So did you do all this work at the studio that we have at DVCC?
Yes, Pastor. Yeah.
Fantastic. And it's so good to know that all our equipment that we have invested all these years is going to really, really good use. In fact, I think you were with a team last night, right?
Yes,
Tell us a little bit more about what you guys were doing at the studio last night.
So last night we were working on this project called One Worship, where we plan to get musicians from different church plants, not just the guys from the main plant, but guys from Seminye, guys from Delai, guys from
Right.
SK to just come and contribute ideas, because the goal now is that we actually want to create music or songs for praise and worship that is usable for small church plant.
Oh,
You
good.
don't really need big gears. You don't really need big band.
So good.
Just an acoustic guitar and cajon can actually get the worship going.
Right.
Yeah, so that's the vision now.
Oh, that's great. So you are inspired. The team is inspired to put music and worship together for especially small churches, in it.
Yes, Pastor.
That sometimes all they have is one guitarist.
True.
Maybe a keyboardist, at the most one more drummer or a cajonist. And yet you can, the sound might not be big.
Yep.
Some people like big sound, 5-7 member band with a choir, 4 or 6 backup singers. And while big sound is not bad, it's good actually.
Yeah.
But we rather have big worship.
Amen.
And big worship comes from big hearts that understand that worship is not even about music.
That's right.
It's about a heart of worship. And I'm so glad that you guys have embarked on this project. And I'm sure that many, many churches will be blessed. Have you got songs already up online? Is there a place where people can go to?
Yes, Pastor. We actually have on our YouTube page for X Church, there's a playlist called Experiment. So these are all the new songs that we produced in the last 2 years.
Yeah. Experiment, nice name.
Yes.
And how do people? So what do they type when like people like me, a little bit of a dinosaur when it comes to all this modern technology? And I'm sure there are many more pastors in Malaysia who are like me or even worse when it comes to technology. Could you give us an ABC way of
Sure.
yeah?
So just open your YouTube app, or on your browser, you can go to youtube.com and then search for X Church. You'll see our logo. It's blue and orange cross.
Good.
Click on it, and then you go search for playlists. So under the playlist, we have a couple of, I would say, subjects or topics that are all in the same genre.
Right.
So it could be short films, it could be music, it could be interviews, it could be even announcements.
Oh, nice.
So look for Experiment.
So good.
Yeah, it's spelled ACTS, Periment.
Oh, nice. So it's not EX as in the proper spelling of experiment.
Correct.
But we're using the church name ACTS.
Yes,
Experiment.
that's right.
Okay, fantastic. Oh, that's so good. And I always wish you well.
Thank you.
And praying that all our dreams in God will come true.
Amen.
So good. Now I want to just pass the next few minutes to Stephen, Pastor Stephen, who Elvin, could you just shout out and tell me who is Stephen in our group? As in, like, is he assistant producer or is he what is he?
Well, Steven's playing the director role.
Director.
Yeah, so he's the one at the control helm, making sure all the angles are correct and everything.
All right. So Stephen was trained by Sunway University or Sunway College, and this is not really an advertisement for Sunway, but he was, and that's a fact. And he did really well, and actually, I think he could have worked for any other big company, media company that is, but he chose to work with AYA, and he's been with us for a few years now. And he's our campus pastor. He's also our church plant coordinator for Bandar Utama. And if you didn't know, Pastor Elvin is also the church plant coordinator for XPJ. So we actually have quite important people in our studio today who serve God in more than one capacity. So, Stephen, are you there?
Yes, Pastor, I'm here.
All right. So, Stephen, tell us a little bit about your job being a director of this Chin Up show.
Yeah, Pastor, I think it's definitely a new experience, learning something new, trying out something different,
Right.
Trying out different technologies even to make this work, to try to give the best experience to the viewers / listeners.
Yeah.
And I think it's been exciting, working together, setting up lights, setting up the different cameras,
Yes.
and syncing up the different systems, making the tech work. So yeah, Pastor, in short, it's been exciting.
What would we do without the team and people with such expertise? Thank you, Stephen, and the team. Stephen, I want to go straight into the fact that you are campus pastor. And recently I attended an event called CAUSE, CAUSE, that stands for College and University Students. Well, the E can be interchangeable to evangelism, explosion, event, and equipping, and many other words that begin with the letter E. So CAUSE, mainly for college and university students. I attended that, and you were the speaker that night. I'm really excited because I think there's so much more to do. The college and universities in Malaysia are real ripe and ready missions field.
Amen.
With a great harvest that almost is uncountable. So tell us a little bit more about that and what we can expect and maybe even how we can get involved.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pastor. I think it's definitely a history-making moment last Sunday to have cause. Pastor, I still remember we were sort of talking about it very briefly through the months this year, and to see it realized and to see the students come and excited and also responding. So what we did was, we basically shared about the Great Commission, and the tagline that we have is that the Great Commission is our greatest cause. And the students came, they heard it, they heard from Scripture, they heard from the Lord, and a number of them actually stood up and responded and said, you know what, Lord, I want to do something. I want to reach out. I want to fulfill the Great Commission in my life.
Right.
And even beyond that, after that, we also broke into small groups, and all the campuses actually broke into small groups and discussed how they can fulfill the Great Commission through through doing small, growing small, doing small groups, and to really share the good news, to friends through small groups in their campuses. So one thing we hope to see is definitely them being the pastors of their campuses, where they can lead their own quote-unquote churches in the campuses through small groups. And we're excited to see in the coming days, weeks, months, and years, how many more will be reached through this.
Excellent. So good. I'm looking forward to the realization of every vision and every dream that God has given to cause. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you so much. Now, we're about ready to just take a short break. And when we come back, I'm probably going to put together two, short interviews of the women who are in the studio right now. So you heard me saying earlier that I'm going to put Megan on the spot for a few minutes. She's rather new to us, but already she's doing a great job setting up, the blue rooms and especially the toy library. And then I'm also going to put on the spot my very own personal assistant, Shirley, who has been working with me for the past 21, 22 years. And I'm going to ask her a little bit about how and what it means to be an effective PA. And I think a lot of you guys out there might be able to catch a thing or two because she's really quite an awesome PA. And she's learned through the years. And we'll find out in a moment.
Blue Rooms at Legacy Studios is a space designed and fitted for children, especially those with special needs, to come for play and therapy equipped with a toy library. The toy library at the Blue Rooms hope to provide support services to parents and caregivers of children with special needs, and is equipped with a wide range of toys that encourages imaginative play, gross motor, fine motor, and communication or language development, as well as children's books and videos. It is also a place parents can find support, encouragement, and inspiration in their children's development. If you have any sponsors whom you think might be interested to contribute to this cause, please do reach out to them, and if you need someone to speak to them, please let me know, and I can go over and share with them the heart and missions of this outreach. Let's work together in this to make the difference in the lives of those in need.
All right, welcome back from the break. And just before the break, I was, for the sake of the first episode, having quick bullet interviews with the team, because I am nothing without the team, and I really do appreciate them. And I've interviewed my producer, director, and even the one who arranged the music. So if you just joined us, that's what happened at the first segment. And now we are at segment 2, and I welcome all of you back. Right now, as I said earlier, we are recording this Chin-Up show from the Legacy Studios, and specifically from the Blue Rooms. And what the Blue Rooms is, as Elvin had explained, it's a ministry, organization, a place dedicated to families with special needs and children especially. And so we have just only a couple of months ago set up our toy library. And with every huge undertaking like this, we need good staff, or good managers at least. And we were so blessed to be able to find one in the form and shape of Megan, who I will be interviewing in the next couple of seconds. And she was actually a business owner in her own right. I believe, and maybe we'll hear more from her later, that she was actually an owner of a childcare center herself. And then she decided that she wanted to do something different. And when she heard that we were looking, she came to apply. And after, I think, 2 or 3 interviews, the team felt that she was indeed the right person to manage the toy library and the Blue Room. So I'm going to pass the mic to Megan. Megan, are you there?
Hello, Pastor.
Hi, Megan. How are you?
Good, good.
Yeah. I can feel like you're a little bit nervous. Maybe you don't do things like this very often. But am I right to say that you owned a business before, Megan?
Yes, before I joined the Blue Rooms, I actually owned a Tadika.
Okay.
Yeah, for about, going to be 6 years now.
Wow. I know that starting up a Tadika here in Malaysia is not easy. You've got licenses, you've got authorities coming to check and give their thumbs up before you can start anything. Then you got teachers, which is not easy to find here in Malaysia for a kindergarten, a tadika. So tell us a little bit about your experience. Because it's 6 years, right? I mean the hard work you put in there. Give us a little bit of a foretaste or a little bit of a history.
So I graduated from Sagi College
Mm.
in early years education,
Okay.
and I've been teaching for about 13 years.
Wow.
So while I was studying, I was actually also teaching. Yeah,
Okay.
because our colleges, Sagi was quite good because they give opportunity to us to actually gain experience
Yep.
while studying.
Okay.
So usually in the morning, my schedule will be like going to preschool
Right.
and then teaching, and
Okay.
then in the afternoon I'll go for my classes.
Right.
So I did my diploma and degree in Sagi,
Yeah.
and right after I graduated, I actually prayed about what to do,
Mhm.
and then somehow God led me to open my own preschool.
Wow.
So yeah, since then I've been running my preschool
Yeah.
and now joining the Blue Rooms.
Yeah. I'm sure it wasn't easy, right? Setting up
Yeah,
that kindergarten.
a lot of steps to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but God was really good.
Right.
Like license and all wasn't a problem for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it even before I opened my
Oh
preschool.
wow. Wow.
Yes.
That's real favor, isn't it?
Yes.
And what are one or two things that you could say was the highlight of you, running a tadika?
I think was meeting different parents
Mm,
and able to touch like different lives of the children.
right.
Yeah, because usually parents when they come to the tadika, they are quite lost sometimes.
Mm,
So they need a lot of help and guidance in nurturing and teaching their children. So I think
mm,
that part was like quite interesting for me to see how different children change in terms of
yeah.
their character. Yeah, while they were in like the tadika.
Yeah, that's good to know because usually when people think about a kindergarten business, they think immediately just about the children. But
Yeah.
you are reminding us that actually the parents also need help
Yeah, that's right.
and encouragement. I mean, I've heard how parents will send their child to the tadika for the very first time and cry because the child has never been away from them
Yes.
so long in a day. And it's like also part of them saying, "Oh, my child is growing big," and some parents don't want their children to grow so quickly.
Yes.
And I also heard sometimes some children will cry, and it kind of like adds to the parents saying, oh, "Okay, I cry along with you because it's so nice that you miss me and want to be with me." But the worst case scenario is when a child actually just runs into the tadika and like don't even say goodbye, and because I'm okay without mommy, and mommy tells me that that's a bit traumatic because how can my child not want me? And I remember talking to some of them, they go like, I wish the child would at least hug on to me and cry and not want to let me go. But my child having run in straight away without even like looking back at me twice made me feel like, oh, am I losing my child? And so I think you're right when you say that parents also need the support. Fantastic. Okay, Megan, let's jump straight into why did you think that joining the Blue Rooms would be even worth your time?
That's because actually my mom saw the posting of like finding the manager,
Okay.
yeah, for the Blue Rooms. So when I saw that, and then I was like, at that moment I was actually praying like what to do next.
Mm,
I was like taking another step of like in terms of my career,
mm,
in terms of I feel like I needed to do something else.
right.
So while I was looking and searching, and then my mom showed me that posting,
Mm,
and I just told my mom, no.
mm.
Yeah, I said no.
Okay.
I want rest.
Right.
Yeah. Then, but that thought, that that posting that she showed me
Mm,
lingered in my mind for like I think a week.
mm,
Yeah. Then I say, okay, never mind. I go and email. And at the time the email was Pastor Elvin.
right.
So I just emailed him, and then he replied me, yeah, quite fast.
Okay.
So he asked for an interview. And before I did the interview, actually also I prayed about it.
Mm.
I said, okay, I lay out my terms, my head. I was like, okay, this term, this term, this term, this term. So I say, okay, because I was still like struggling, right?
Mm.
Not sure what I want to do.
Right.
So when I had interview with Pastor Elvin and Adeline,
Mm.
yeah, then actually they were really, really like when they asked me questions and all, and I asked them what is like your vision actually for like the blue rooms.
Mm.
So when they told me their vision and mission, then I was really, really like impressed. At the same time, I was like, okay, actually this is like something I've been looking for,
Mm.
something new, something that can broaden my experience.
Right.
So I guess that is what like made me join the Blue Rooms, is
Okay.
to really help and like support. Like I mentioned earlier, like even in my Tadika, we support a lot like parents. Yeah, so I believe like what Pastor Elvin and even I think Pastor Kenneth have the vision for the Blue Rooms is to really support parents.
Mm.
Yeah, to give them that, that support that they need.
Mm.
Yeah, so I guess that is what
Awesome.
made me join.
That's so good. So in practical ways, how does the Blue Room or how does the Toy Library help? Just give the listeners a sense of like, how does it practically help the children?
Currently, we already set up the toy library. So we have about like 200 toys.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
still more. We add on more. We're still raising fund, as Pastor Elvin said. But the toy library actually able to help the children as they come. Yeah, they're able to actually play with the toys, explore the toys. And like later on, we will have like therapies.
Right.
So we will collaborate with different therapies so that these therapies that we are going to have will be therapies that will be aligned with what we believe. So I guess through this toy library, parents can come also to meet with myself or Elvin, also to get advice and also to speak to us
Yeah.
and get the support.
Okay. So the toy library is up already?
Yes, it's up and running. There are parents coming also.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about how they can come, what time they come. Is the schedule up already?
Yes, the toy library is open from 10 to 3,
Okay.
Monday to Friday.
Oh wow.
So, but it's by appointment based.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
So they have to
Because we want
call
to
in,
give
is it?
that time, allocated to the parents, so that one-on-one. So you can come and
I
visit.
see.
Yeah, Monday to Friday, 10 to 3.
And do they call in? Do they write in?
We have an email.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can contact us at info@timi.org.my.
info@timmy.org.my. Timmy is just TIMMY.
Yes, TIMMY.
Okay. And so they can write in. And is there a phone number?
Set. Currently,
Okay.
not yet.
So
we go through email.
So emails first,
Yes.
and I think that's good. That's a good start. And so then they make an appointment and then they come, right? Have you actually set in any of those sessions so far?
Yes, we had one parent who came in, I think, a few weeks ago, to come and exchange the toys.
Oh,
So they can loan the toys for like 2
we
weeks.
can loan the toys.
Correct, 2 weeks,
That's
and then
nice.
they can renew the loan, or
Okay.
they can come and actually change the toys, new toys.
Wow.
Yep.
Have you actually sat in one of those times where the children is playing and see what happens and what it does to a child or
Currently, not yet,
okay.
because some of the children are actually in school.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they just
so-
take the toys and go home lah.
Parents will come,
Yeah.
like the parent who came and then ask advice like what toy.
I see.
Yeah, will share about like currently where is the child at, and then
Right.
if-
That's important, right?
correct, yes.
So they tell you what the situation is, and you can actually advise them
Yes.
what toys are suitable. Is that right?
Yes.
So good. Oh, fantastic. Is there any other way that the interested public can get involved?
We also have our first parent support group
Oh,
this Saturday.
this
But
Sunday.
you'll be at the Bridge Summit.
At the bridge at the Summit Shopping Complex,
Yes.
right? The bridge. Okay.
Correct.
So any parent who are interested
Yes.
can do they need to RSVP?
You do need to RSVP because we have limited seats.
Okay. How do they do that?
We can email,
Okay.
or we actually have posted out through Timi,
Okay.
through our Instagram and through our Facebook.
So they just
So
have
actually you
to
can scan
find
the code. Yeah.
just find Timmy on Instagram or Facebook.
Yes.
Just type Timmy.
Timi. Yes.
Yeah, and okay. So when they get into the posting, they can there's a
Scan the
QR
QR
code.
code.
Okay. and then they can RSVP.
Correct.
But it's already this Saturday, right?
Yes, that's our first, and we also have a second one also
Yeah.
in November.
Okay.
That will be here in the Blue Rooms.
Oh, at Legacy.
Yes.
Blue Rooms at Legacy here in, we call it the Eco Sanctuary Mall. And so that's the next one in November, right? I think.
Yes, 25th November.
25th November. And
On a Saturday.
this coming Saturday one is 21st, right?
21st.
Of October.
Yes.
And it's mainly for parent support, right?
Support, to have engaging discussions,
So
to
good.
share, to get to know one another, because it'll be
Fantastic.
the first support group.
Yeah.
Yes, just to share, experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Parents really need the support, don't they?
Yeah, they need this.
So that's why I think Timmy didn't really just say Timmy is an organization dedicated to children with special needs. I think as far as I can remember, last time I saw it was you are here to support families.
Correct.
So it includes the children, of course, but also parents,
Yes.
because parents really, really need the support.
Yes.
Any other way we can make this organization work better? Is there any fundraising you guys are doing? Anything like that?
Actually, Pastor Elvin and myself, we are planning some events.
Okay,
Yeah, so that we can get more parents in.
right.
Yeah, the exposure to know that there's actually Blue Rooms here,
Okay,
toy library here, so that the parents can come
yeah.
and visit. So
Alright.
we are still planning on that.
Okay, good. And I know that we spent about 10,000 ringgit to buy the toys, and then Pastor Elvin told me, but even though it's 10,000 ringgit, it's only like 1/3
Yes.
of the wish list. So I'm sure we are still open for people to give if the Lord so leads them to give. And we can give to the toy library. We can also give, because I think this place was renovated to have rooms, therapy rooms and all that. And I think the target was 200,000 ringgit. And we have raised probably only just close to half of that. So again, if you're interested and blessed with money on the side or even a bonus, feel free to get in touch with us and give to a good cause. So do they get in touch with us at the same email, Megan?
Yes, info@timi.org.my.
Okay, and then there also they can ask what and where they can
Yes.
give if they want to.
Correct.
Thank you so much, Megan. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that you've joined us.
Thank you.
I come into this office, once a week at least, and I see you up there, really dedicated. You even get yourself involved in cleaning the toys, making sure that they're always sanitized and clean for our children. And you also advise parents and all that. So we're so glad to have a person like you who already has a passion for children in your 6 years of owning your own Tadika or kindergarten. So Megan, I wish you only God's best. And I pray that you'll be so fulfilled in your work here as you see your time being transformed to help so many lives. Thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Pastor.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Now, we're just in time for another break. So we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back. And I promised you that we'll be interviewing Shirley, who is my PA. I believe she's worked with me for 21, 22 years now. And so we'll come back and have that conversation.
Life is a beautiful gift from God. Yet there are some who find it difficult to hold on to it. Lynette's, or Life Inspired Network Society, is a network of individuals and institutions with a heartbeat to inspire life, specifically through suicide prevention. If you are going through a tough time and need someone to talk to, you can always reach out to us for counseling. We also provide suicide prevention workshops and talks that help bring awareness to this area. For more info on Lynette's, you can visit our Facebook page at Life Inspired Network Society or email us at info@lynettes.org.my. You are precious, and there is hope. Lynette's is here to help you.
Hey, welcome back to our show, Chin Up Show. This is now segment 3, our final segment for the day. Welcome back from the break. Okay, so as I promised, I was wanting to have a quick interview with Shirley, who is also married to Kenya. Both of them are elders in our church, ex-church. But before all this happened, Shirley joined our organization quite some years ago, and she will probably tell you the story. But I think she's been working with us for about 22, 23 years maybe now. And for maybe 21 of those years, she's been my PA. And people have asked, wow, your PA has worked with you so long. And I said, yeah, you got to ask her why she's worked with me so long. But that's also why she's here. She's here at this shooting, at this recording, because Shirley usually makes herself available at all the important events, especially work events in my life. And I guess that's what an amazing PA does. I don't ask her to do it, but she feels that she needs to be there to make sure that her pastor looks good, sounds good, and all that. So I might even ask her, give me the top 5 or top 10 points that make a good PA, because she's got years of experience. And I must say that to me, she's the best PA I've ever known. So Shirley, welcome to the show.
Hi, Pastor.
Good to see you. So tell me, were my facts right? You've been working for...
Yeah, Pastor. So I've been working for AYA for 22 years, because it's easy to remember, because always the year, like this year is 2023. So -1 is the year I joined AYA. -2 is the year I joined X-Church.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So that's a long time, right? So how do you start? Why do you choose AYA? And why have you stayed so long?
Wow. I remember, I'm going to keep it shorter, Pastor. I remember I was searching for a job after I graduated. So, of course, before I graduated, I had the opportunity to work in bank, because I had 3 months break that time, and I thought maybe I should like put it to good use, 3 months, rather than just hanging around. So I actually got the opportunity to work in a actually international bank. Somehow I got in, and they were looking for an assistant, just a normal clerk kind of thing. So I thought, I'm ready to do anything. So I went in there for 3 months, and it was in the regional legal affairs department. And so I kind of had an idea how the so-called corporate world function, like as a glimpse of it, the day-to-day working with the different regional heads. And so I did that for 2 years in a row. Thank God they wanted me back, and I guess I must have done something right. I just did whatever that they asked me to do. I tried to be on time, and I did whatever that they asked me to do. I remember one of my aunts said this to me. She said, "Shirley, when you go in there, just learn as much as you can. Just learn." So that's what I did. I just learned. Whatever they say, can you do this? Yeah, I think I would try. I don't know how to do, but I would try. So I had that. And after I graduated, I was still looking for direction. And I of course, I gave myself a vacation for about 3 months. I thought I'm going to have fun for 3 months. But little did I know that even with the 1 month, I went to different islands that I went with my friends. And after 1 month, I felt bored. No, I felt useless. Like, what am I doing? I felt purposeless, directionless, all that less. And so I thought, no, I think I need to do something. But I didn't want to commit first, because I really wanted to be sure somehow. And so I got myself into a market research company, started from the very bottom, like stand on the street, say hi to people, get people interested in to do market research with me. I thought it was fun, because I've always loved meeting new people. I have no issue talking to strangers on the street, anyone. So I did that for about few months, and within a short time, I think my supervisor and the manager, they kind of promoted me as well, because, oh, you look like you can do this quite well, and you can speak different languages. What? So in a short time, I didn't have to stand on the street to block any strangers anymore. I could just go with the appointments, maybe 2 appointments a day. They said, just go, I make appointments for you, you just go and interview the managers. And work became easier and easier in that sense, in that short time. But I had to travel different places. But I felt unfulfilled. I thought to myself, do I want to do this for the long haul? So at that point, I knew that I could work anywhere if I wanted to, because I'm a management graduate. So I knew I could work anywhere if I wanted to, and I knew if I work hard, I think I could make a living lah. But I didn't feel like that was what I wanted to do. So I started really seriously seeking God and praying and say, God, I want to do something more fulfilling, you know. And then suddenly one day, I think 1 or 2 of my friends, they actually said, actually, Shirley, have you thought about working in a non-profit organization? I'm like, ding, a light bulb in my head. I never thought about that. What is that? You know, and long story short, I found myself looking at 2 youth organizations that I knew. I didn't know them personally, but I knew of them somewhere from my friends. And I went, and then one of them is AYA. And at that point, I didn't even have any contacts. I didn't even have any email. Those were I came from the era where smartphones are not accessible. So you can guess how old I am, Pastor. So I went on the website and I just Malaysia simply hantam lah, aya.com.my. Yeah, just really simply, I just typed in and it was there. AY website was there, and I read the vision, and there it was, the vision that God gave you in 1994, the vision of revival. I read that all in text, not much of a graphic, but my spirit was leaping, and my heart was beating so fast, and I knew this is where God wanted me to. So I found a contact number on the website. I called and I asked, hey, are you looking do you have a job? Do you have vacancy? And the person who got the phone and said, yeah. And after that, I found out there was one of the volunteers. And then finally, the second person I spoke to on the phone, I think was Pastor Sandra. And she said, how do you know we have a vacancy? I said, I didn't know. That's why I'm calling to ask right now. Do you have a vacancy? And they said, okay, why do you come in for interview? So after that, I met you and Pastor Sandra for the first time there in SS15, 3rd floor. And Pastor, you shared more about the vision of AYA, and I just knew, this is where God wanted me to. And we prayed, and I remember you asked me, so what do you do in church, you know, that time, and what is your heart? I said, my heart has always been with young people. And I was leading cell groups made up of campus students and with teenagers as well. So I've always wanted to work with young people. And that's how we started. Then 1 year later, I had the opportunity to serve as your PA, because before that you had another PA, and we were doing events and all that. And I remember you asked me, would you like to try event management? I said, I have no experience, but I can learn. And the pastor, you say, yep, okay, then it's going to be a faith journey for you and for us, because we don't know where the money is going to come from to pay for your salary, but you have to pay. You have to pray. This is your faith journey, and this will be our faith step as well. So, of course, after that, I found out that the administrator before me left, and you guys were actually looking for administrator. So, to be honest, I didn't know what an administrator does. I learned on the go, and I was so thankful for the grace that you and Pastor Sarah has shown me and taught me.
Amen. Yeah. And of course, soon after, you also found your husband, or your husband found you, because I remember.
Office romance,
I remember it was a funny thing. No, because he wasn't working for us yet.
That's right.
He was working in a bank.
That's right.
And but I was already discipling him at that time.
Yeah.
And I think he came to visit me once, twice, 3 times, and saw this lovely looking administrator. And then, slowly but surely, there you go. He, decided to make a move. And I only had a hint when he started calling my office for me, when he already knew that I was away. And I thought to myself, why is he calling my office looking for me when he knew that I was away? Actually, it was so that he could speak to you. So anyway, you guys now are married 19 years.
Yes, Pastor.
So God is good.
Amen.
And so now let's get into the PA business, all
Yeah.
right? So you be my PA for 21
21, yes.
21 years. So people are asking, how can you work for a man and be his PA for so long? What would your answer be?
It's so hard to answer, Pastor. I think, first of all, Pastor, I would say the first answer that I normally give people is that, well, I'm thankful that I have a good boss. I think that
That's
is,
good to know.
because I can't imagine, Pastor, if it's a tough boss, I think it really take a lot more determination. But I really thank God, Pastor, you're a good boss. And the fact that I joined the organization in the first place was because of the vision. So I believe in the vision that God has entrusted to you, Pastor, and I count it privilege to support you to fulfill the vision that God has given you in any way. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, good boss, thank God. And also the vision that God has already given you, and God also imprinted on my heart that, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you are a PA that I have seen all these years really going the second mile. You don't just do it as a job. I can see that very clearly. You do it as a passion to support a man, and you just said, and his vision from the Lord. Do you get any satisfaction from that?
Yeah, Pastor, definitely. Because I think another thing that I learned from you, Pastor, is that you also mentioned in your book before, Chin Up, and something that you learned from your dad, because he runs a lot of concerts, right? One key thing to do anything well, even though you have no experience whatsoever, is the word care, C-A-R-E, care. So if you care, you'll go the second mile. If you care, you will find out more. If you care, you will do things that even though in people's eyes might think, this one 多余 I know it's like extra lah, no need lah. But because you care, you will just do it because, because you care and you want to make sure that things are in place, you know. So that's why I try to do that, Pastor, as much as I can. I learned all the way. I make some mistakes as well, and those mistakes were because I didn't care enough. I realized. So I would say care will be one guiding light for to do anything well, and I get satisfaction from that because, as I said, Pastor, I believe in the vision that God gave that He has given you, and I want to support the vision. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Shirley. I'm also thinking about in terms of job satisfaction, because yours is being inspired by vision. So you support the man with the vision, but. Have you actually, in your last 21, 22 years, seen things as a result of the work, as a result of the vision, seen things that make you go home and go like, I want to keep doing this because it brings you such fulfillment, such satisfaction. And it's not always money, right?
Yeah.
And it's not always promotion. It's not always holidays. And I'm saying this because I believe that a lot of people out there need to hear that satisfaction and fulfillment in your work because of what you experience, what you see, what you hear, the result of your work. Can you share anything like that to us?
I'll try, Pastor. So I think one of the satisfaction is that when everybody loves appreciation, Pastor. Even though we don't do things just for appreciation, but I guess it's a good encouragement. And I would say I'm thankful that, Pastor, you have always been very appreciative and very caring as well, Pastor. So I know that you are always constantly looking after not just me as a PA, but overall in the different staff, people that you interact with, you care. And that's why I know that if there's anything that I need to work on, Pastor, you let me know, or if there's any blind spots, that I maybe have neglected, even though it might not be related to my work, Pastor, you always look out for us. So that actually gave me a lot of security as well. Yeah. And the other thing also, of course, Pastor, when we put in the hard work and all that, and then we see results like how different things that we do touch lives. Yeah. And I know that the dreams that God gave you, Pastor, even in the form of one of the ways to look at it is in the form of the social businesses that we have started. Those dreams are not to make money, never. And those dreams are always driven by a vision and a heart to be a good contribution or just to make someone else's lives better for the betterment of this society, for our nation, even our nations. So your heart has always been very big, Pastor. So that's why the dreams that we do and we pursue, and the organizations that we start from there, they are just really aiming to touch lives. And when I support you, Pastor, when I support you in any way, in any small way, and I see that contributing to those dreams, touching lives. Like for example, we have a suicide prevention organization, and then just now we mentioned Timmy, right, for special needs. No, not just the children, but the parents, the guardians of the special needs, children with special needs as well. So even last time we have medical clinic, there are different things. So I see it as my contribution in those dreams, making those dreams coming into reality and touching lives, even one life. That gave me a lot of fulfillment, Pastor, because I also come to recognize that one of my basic needs of a human being, right, as emotional needs, is actually significance. So yeah, I guess that's why I always sometimes I joke my husband, I said, if I were not a believer today, what would I be doing, right? I said, I think I probably find myself in one NGO, like either fighting for women's rights, or I don't think I'll fight for animals' rights. Well, not to say I don't like animals, but yeah, just not that much compared to human beings. Yeah, so I think I will find myself in those. So it kind of match how God has made me significant. So and in this job, in this ministry, I find a lot of fulfillment in that. When I see the little that I put in contribute to somebody's lives. Yeah, it can be one person, but it's enough for me to carry on one more day. Yeah.
So thanks. It's important to have job satisfaction and fulfillment. And I hear you. I'm so glad that you mentioned what you just did, because job satisfaction can be in various forms. Some go like, wow, I'm always appreciated, cared for, insurance, salary increase, blah, blah, blah. All that's good. But I love the fact that you included that fulfillment is to see that your contribution helps change lives.
Yeah.
Because I want to tell you, if I've not told you before, that's exactly what you do for me. That you actually make my job easier, and you make my job more relaxed, even though it's hard. Because when I come to a shooting like this, I know that Elvin and the team is already setting up, so technology and technically and equipment and all that is all settled. But when I sit down and I have a person coming by the side saying, "Oh, your collar is not rightly put, or your hair is not in place, or a drink of water," so that I don't. And these may be small in people's eyes, but it's huge, because if I don't have that water, I get thirsty, my voice gets out of place. Maybe I won't be concentrating as well, or maybe I have to worry about the details and not be thinking about things that are important. And so your contribution has been huge, Shirley, even though it is in small ways. It's huge. And I want you to know that I'm blessed, and I've been really, really blessed the last 21 years. Now, I know from the producer's signal to me, I have no time left to go into things that I wanted to go into, but I'll save it for another segment, because I think there are a lot of people out there, either who are PAs or supporters of someone, or maybe even bosses who go like, I wish there was a PA school, because, my PA has no clue. My PA just does it as a job, comes in on time, leaves on time. And I mean, that's not wrong. I guess the PA also can take it as a job, but you don't. You do it more than a job. You said already, it's vision, and because of that, it's passion, and you see the man who has a vision, and your desire is to support him, and you have done that for 21 years. And so I go about to different churches, different organizations, and they also tell me, well, the leaders there tell me that they also have PAs. But then when you, I always find that when you deal with them, you personally deal with these guys, they will say, "Hey, Pastor Kenneth, why your PA so good? Can you teach? Can you send your PA to our office just to kind of give a PA lesson?" So I don't have all that time, because I don't want to not do justice to the points that you will probably share with us. So, yeah, so maybe I will declare a PA school online with Shirley. Maybe I'll start a segment for you. PA school, PAS. Oh, okay, hold on a minute. Well, a PA academy. Or PA Institute, that will be Pi. And so that I can invite you on again.
Okay, Pastor.
And then you can tell me, well, you already gave us a big one, a big clue, which is care. And I think if you really cared, then you will know what to do. But, okay, we'll save it for another time. I'm sure you have a lot to share, even through your mistakes. You have learned. And again, I want to tell everybody out there who's listening, Shirley has been a great, great blessing to me. And because of what she does, I get to do what I do even better. So Shirley, thank you so much for 21 years. And I'm sure if you want to work for me some more, the position is always, always yours to have. And thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So we have come to the end of our very first episode of Chin Up Show. And, I want to just thank my team here for doing this with me today. What an awesome team I have. I pray that I can do many more episodes with you guys. And I want to say that we would love to hear from you, the listeners. So do reach out to us, please, on all the major platforms and leave a comment if you can. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Oh, that important subscribe button, and give us a like, all right? Your support means, of course, a lot to us. And it helps us, of course, to reach even more listeners. Your stories matter as well, so feel free to share them with us. And maybe one day I could be talking to you online. And so share your stories and inspire others together with us. So till next time, people, hope we can meet again somehow online. Thank you so much for tuning in today. God bless you.